Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Gora by Rabindranath Tagore. Come, let's go to the summary. Gora is actually set in the 19th century India, and at that time British were ruling us. But this is not about the independence struggle, it is about the conflict which happens in the mind of a particular person. And there are two main characters here, Binoy and Gora. Binoy is an orphan boy, but he is a very practical person, very intelligent and bright. Like every ordinary educated Bengali gentleman, he is one person. But the main character Gora is an opposite of him, is a contrast. And the name Gora is the short form of Gor Mohan. And why he got this name Gora is because he was very fair. So everyone used to call him Gora. And this Gora is a very orthodox Hindu, and he will follow all the customs and beliefs of the Hindus in a very strict way. But in the beginning, he was a follower of the Brahmo Samaj. And we know Brahmo Samaj was started by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and the main aim of Brahmo Samaj was to get rid of the evil practices which were in the society at that time. Example, Sati, they got away. And another thing is, many of the Brahmo people who followers, they started thinking that Hinduism was actually backward and it was very restricted. So they wanted to break away from all that, and they felt that the British will take them forward because every country is advancing, and they also wanted India to advance. And at that time Gora heard that how the British were mocking at the Hindu culture, and that was the first time Gora realized that it was high time the British are driven out of the country. And for that he thought that all the Indians must unite under one common ground, and that common ground he felt was Hinduism, because he thought that being a Hindu made you that you belong to India. And what happened is, he understood that though in Hinduism there was a lot of orthodox practices and superstitions and all that, people were following everything what was told to them without even thinking, because they respected the society and they wanted to be one among the society, and they felt if they do not follow these sentiments, rituals and all that, the society will not accept them. At the same time, here what happens is, Binoy becomes friends with the neighbors, and they are Brahmos, and the neighbors are Parish Babu and his family. And if you notice, at that time that locality itself was divided between Brahmos and Hindus. Either they were Brahmos or Hindus, and there was always a lot of conflict between them. And this Parish Babu's family is like his wife was a very stringent Brahmo wife, and her name was Bharadachundari, and they had adopted two children. One was the most beautiful and intelligent Sucharita, and the playful Satish. And Parish Babu's own children were three daughters, Labonia, and the rebellious Lolita and Leela. Now Binoy meets them, and at the same time he meets another person who is a very conservative Brahmo. His name is Haran Babu. Some call him even Pannu Babu. And actually he is a teacher, but he does not like to mingle with anyone other than his own society. And it is understood that Sucharita, when she becomes 18 years old, she will be marrying him. But Binoy does not know this, so he starts getting attracted to Sucharita because she is very intelligent and also very beautiful. And one day Binoy goes there to meet Parish Babu, and at that time Gora also comes there to inquire about Parish Babu. And when they are talking, this Brahmo Haran Babu comes there, and Gora and Haran Babu, they get into an argument about the nationality and Hinduism, and the argument becomes very heated. And Gora and Haran Babu, they leave the place, and Binoy follows them. But Gora is very angry with Binoy for going to Parish Babu's house, and he decides he will not talk with them. But then he thinks that Binoy has been very good friend to him from his childhood, and he also thinks that if he does not talk with Binoy, Binoy will get more attached with Parish Babu's family, and he may also become a Brahmo. So he again becomes friendly with Binoy, and Binoy is very happy because both of them are very good friends. Now this Gora's brother Mohan, he comes to Binoy and he asks him to marry Shashimukhi, who is Mohim's daughter. But Binoy thinks that he knows Shashimukhi from her childhood, and she is also, now she is very young. So he does not think the idea of marrying her will be very good. After this, Gora and Binoy once again they go to Parish Babu's house. At that time, Parish Babu is not there, only Sucharita is there. And Gora, being a very orthodox Hindu, he sits quietly because he feels it is not good to talk with women. At the same time, Haran Babu comes there, and again they have a quarrel about a British magistrate, and they leave in temper. Now, Gora at this time notices that Sucharita is a very intelligent and cultured and a strong woman. He thought she'll be very arrogant because she is educated, but she was quite opposite to that. And he finds that he himself is getting attracted towards her. And here Gora and some of his religious friends, they go on a religious trip. At that time, Binoy calls Parish Babu, and Parish Babu tells him to perform a play for the British magistrate. And Gora is not there, so Binoy thinks, okay, there's nothing wrong in performing a play, so he agrees to it. Gora comes after some time, and he comes there to complain to the magistrate about the worst condition of the few villages there. But the magistrate refuses to listen to what Gora is saying. And another time what happens is Gora goes and helps a few village boys who are opposing the oppressive police. And that time Gora gets arrested and is put in the jail. Now Binoy runs there and he tells him that he will take him out of bail, but Gora says no, I will stay in the jail. And seeing this unsympathetic nature of the magistrate, Binoy decides that he will not perform the play for him. So he catches the first steamer back to Calcutta. When he gets into the steamer, he finds that Lolita is also there, and because she has also left the family. And he finds her character very strong, and he gets a very affectionate feeling towards Lolita. Now when he comes back to Calcutta, Binoy and Lalita meet Bharata Sundari's orthodox sister Harimogini. And this Harimogini has come to live with Parish Babu and his family. At this time, Parish Babu is criticized by everyone, by all the Brahmos, because Harimogini is a very strong Hindu and she practices all the Hindu practices. And Bharata Sundari, in order to protect her reputation, she restricts Harimogini's behavior. So Harimogini gets very dejected and she decides to go and live in the room which is in the attic. So she takes all idols and she goes off there. Sucharita feels very sorry for Harimogini, so she goes and gives her company. And here Bharata Sundari is very harsh towards Harimogini, so Harimogini decides to leave the place. Now Sucharita does not want Harimogini to live in such a state, so she takes her and also Satish to a house which is very nearby, and this house was given to her by Parish Babu. So they all live there. At that time, Bharata Sundari tells Sucharita that she must not come back to the house again at all. At the same time, many people had seen Binoy and Lalita going together in the steamer, and so rumors start spreading. For this, what happens is Parish Babu and his family is being made fun of. And Bharata Sundari, she looks towards Haran Babu for help. But Haran Babu is very angry. Sucharita has refused to marry him, so he refuses to help. And Bharata Sundari, she finds no help at all. Now Binoy finds that since the rumors are very strong, in order to save the reputation of Lalita, he agrees to marry Lalita. And Bharata Sundari says that he has to first become a Brahmo. Binoy is not interested in becoming a Brahmo, but he agrees in the beginning. But later he thinks that it is not necessary for him to become a Brahmo to marry her. So he decides and he goes and tells to her that he cannot marry on Brahmo terms, or he cannot become a Brahmo also. At that time, Gora comes out of the jail and he hears about Binoy's situation, and he gets very angry and he says that if he gets married, he will never speak again to Binoy. Now Binoy is a very close friend of Gora, and Binoy is very saddened by this. But at the same time, he understands that he is also responsible to the society and he cannot break away from the ties of the society. So he goes to Lalita and he says that she can be what she is. She need not change her faith. And he will go and speak with Parish Babu whether he can have a Hindu marriage with her. So Gora tries to one more time to stop the marriage. So what happens is he goes to Sucharita. At the same time, Harimogini, who always looked at Sucharita with disdain because she is a Brahmo and not a Hindu. Now she is very happy that Gora has come to seek Sucharita, because she knows that Gora is a strong Hindu, and she preaches to Sucharita about the Hindu religion. However, Sucharita finds that she is getting emotionally attached to Gora, and Harimohini also notices this, and she changes her opinion about her. And then afterwards, Gora tells Sucharita that women have to get involved in the Indian independence struggle, because without women it will not be a success, and women are very important for shaping the society. And one day what happens is Haran Babu, he comes to meet Sucharita, and Sucharita tells him that she is no longer a Brahmo, but she is a Hindu, and Gora is a guru, and she also refuses to speak with Haran Babu. And she goes to Parish Babu and talks to him, and Parish Babu advises her and tells her that she need not decide now whether she is a Hindu or not. He said that you have to be very calm, and you can take your own time and then decide what you are. On the other hand, what happens is Harimohini thinks that Sucharita has turned into Hindu, so she sends a letter to her brother-in-law, and she asks him to come and marry Sucharita. And she thinks that if this marriage happens with Sucharita, the family will become one, like how it was during her earlier days. Here, in the meantime, Binoy, he fixes a date for his marriage with Lolita. And Parish Babu warns him that if he is going to marry in this Hindu, like Lolita is a Brahmo and Binoy is a Hindu follower, so he says that society will definitely banish them. In the same way, in the wedding, if you see, means only Parish Babu is there, and Anandamoyi, that is Gora's mother, and only Sucharita, they come to the marriage. But anyway, Binoy gets married, and Gora also ends his friendship with Binoy. Now Gora believes that Sucharita will be a fine wife to him, so he goes to a house, but the door is opened by Harimohini's brother-in-law, who is going to marry Sucharita. Hearing the news, Gora gets rejected, and he does not want to see Sucharita. He goes away. Now Sucharita, she has gone to live with Anandamoyi, and she refuses to marry the person whom Harimohini has chosen. In fact, she says that she is not going to marry at all. Now Harimohini is at a loss, so she goes to Gora and she asks him to persuade her, and she requests him to write a letter. So Gora writes a letter to Sucharita saying that women have to get married and engage themselves in housework. Seeing the letter, Sucharita is very sad, but at the same time, since Gora is her guru, she has to follow his instructions. So she follows what he says, and she goes to Parish Babu's company with a heavy heart and has a conversation with him. Now here Gora's father, who is in his deathbed, calls Gora, and in the presence of Anandamoyi tells him that Gora is not his own son, but he was a foundling, that is an orphan, whom he saw as a small baby during the Sipai mutiny, and he is a son of an Irishman. So this is the reason for his very fair complexion. And Gora is shocked to hear this, so he runs to Parish Babu and he tells that now he has no identity, because he thought that he is an Hindu and he belonged to India. But now the real news that he is an Irishman has reached him. But he cannot identify himself with an Irishman, therefore he has no identity at all. And Parish Babu says, Parish Babu is his teacher, so he guides him and he says, you just go in the path of truth and you will be happy. And Gora so long believed that Hinduism only connected him with the country, and he felt that he has to protect India because he was a Hindu, and thus hence a novel. And through this novel, Tagore tries to say that you need not try to protect your country only because you are born there. Don't think that because you are an Indian you are compelled to fight for your independence. You have to choose what you want. You have to love your country not because you are born to do so, but the love of the nation must come from within. This is what is the message which Tagore tries to convey in this story. It's a very beautiful story, and actually Tagore does not mention anything about the Indian independence struggle here. He only talks about the conflict which a man undergoes in his mind. And if you have anything more to add on to the story, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.